Welcome everybody. Now the topic is internal architecture or the block diagram of 8251, which is also known as USART. Basically 8251 is a communication interface and the USART is known as Universal Synchronous Asynchronous Receiver Transmitter. Before go through this video, please look the part 1 of 8251 USART, where I explain that the basic idea of data communication, where you easily understand the various modes of data communication such as simplex, duplex, half duplex, full duplex. You can easily understand parallel and serial communication, and also you can easily understand the what is synchronous and what is asynchronous mode of data transfer. Then after that you can easily understand this video. So basically this topic is on the block diagram of 8251, where I explain the different sections of 8251. So firstly, what are the basic features of 8251? So 8251 is a programmable communication interface, and the USART is also known as Universal Synchronous Asynchronous Receiver Transmitter. That means this USART or 8251 can easily transmit or receive data in synchronous and asynchronous mode. So have a look on the basic features of 8251. So this is a programmable peripheral device designed for synchronous and asynchronous serial data communication. So basically USART module is a full duplex module. That means it can transmit and receive data at the same time, and serial I/O communication interface. So it can communicate or transmit or receive data. Basically 8251 is a 28 pin DIP structure. The full form of DIP means dual inline package. That means both sides it have 14 numbers of pin. So it can receive parallel data from the CPU and transmit serial data after conversion. Serial data from the peripherals or from the outside and transmit the parallel data into CPU after conversion. So we can easily understand that USART have two input output pin. From that it can transmit or receive serial data. Before transmit the serial data, it can convert the parallel data into serial format, and whenever it receives the serial data, it convert the serial data into parallel format and give it to the processor. Clear? So at the time of transmit a byte, that is, firstly write the transmit buffer, then the USART sends the data bit by bit in the requested format by adding the start bit and stop bit, depends on the priority bit as needed. So whenever the USART wants to receive a byte, that means the USART stores the byte in the receiver buffer. Then the USART can generate the interrupt signal to notify the processor that data is received, and then data is converted into parallel format and give it to the internal microprocessor, which is coming from the output device or output peripherals or some other peripherals device. Clear? So those are the basic features of 8251 USART. Now look, this is the basic block diagram of 8251 USART, or this is the internal architecture of 8251. Clear? Where we can easily see that there are a block known as data bus buffer, another is known as read write control logic, next one is modem control. The full form of modem is modulation and demodulation. Clear? So modem control, and then one is a transmit buffer, another known is a transmit control. This transmit buffer and transmit control is a transmitter block, and another one is receive buffer, and the last one is the receive control. So this receive buffer and the receive control is the receiver unit of 8251. So there are several numbers of signals. In the data bus buffer there are 8-bit parallel data information. In the read write control logic there are 6 numbers of control signals. In modem controls there are 4 numbers of modem control signals, and in transmit unit there are 4 number of transmit controls, and in the receiver block there are basically 3 numbers of input output signals to control the receiver or to control the receive buffer, and the last one is synchronous detect or blank detect signal. Clear? So from the block diagram we can easily understand that there are 5 numbers of sections. One is data bus buffer, another known is read write control logic, then modem control, then transmitter, and the last one is receiver. So these are the 5 sections of 8251. So what is the data bus buffer? So this is the bidirectional 8-bit data bus buffer used to interact with 8251 and the microprocessor's data bus. So this data bus contains 8 number of data signal, that is D0 to D7. Clear? The direction of the data transfer through the data bus is decided by the read write signal. Clear? Those read and the write signals are active low signal. The buffer transfer control, status control, and the data to transfer is decided by also this data bus buffer. Now for the next topic is read write control logic. This block controls the operation of the peripherals depending upon the operation initiated by the MPU. That means a 8085 microprocessor which is attached with 8251 USART. So this block includes 3 internal blocks. One is known as a control block, 6 control signals, and 3 types of buffer register. The buffer registers are 2 8-bit buffer, clear, one for transmitter and another for is receiver, clear, one 16-bit control word. In between this 16-bit control word there are 2 independent byte. One is known as mode control register and next one is command word register. Clear? So in this mode register we can easily understand that in which mode 8251 is worked on, and another one is 8-bit status register. So these 3 buffer registers are actually inside this read write control logic, and the control signals are the input signals coming from 8085 microprocessor which can control the 8251 easily. Then the next topic is transmitter section. So in the transmitter section we can easily see that there are 4 transmitter signals. So this block accepts the data from MPU or microprocessor units, suppose 8085 microprocessor, and converts them into the serial format. Clear? Because we have to send those signals to another MPU. It has 2 registers, one is known as buffer register and other is known as output register. Clear? So buffer register can hold 8-bit data and the output register can convert that 8-bit data into a serial format. So we can easily transmit that serial data bit by bit whenever the output register is empty. So this one is the output register, this one is the transmit buffer, and this one is the transmitter control logic. Whenever this output register is empty, the content of the buffer register is transferred to the output register. The data is transmitted bit by bit through this TXD pin. Clear? So this section basically consists of 3 output signals and 1 input signal. The output signals are TXD, TXRDY, TXE and TXC bar. TXC means transmitter clock frequency. So we can easily understand how the transmitter block is worked in 8251. Clear? Now have a look on the receiver section. So this is the receiver section. This block accepts the data on RxD pin and converts into parallel format. This block has 2 registers. One is known as received input register and another known is as received buffer register. The receiver section receives the data bit by bit through this RxD input line into the input register. Then the input register converts this data into parallel data and transferred to the receiver buffer. Clear? When the above process is complete, then the control signal is generated by the RxRDY. That means now the receiver is ready for receive the another signal. Clear? That means This control signal generates a signal RxRDY to the signal processor about the ability of the data byte to read by the processor, that is 8251. Clear? Whenever RxD pin in goes low, it means the control logic assume it is a start bit and wait for half bit time, and again it samples the line. If the line is still low, that means that time this input register can easily understand that is the data stream, and it can accept the following data and load into the input register. Clear? Now the last mode is modem section. Basically this one is the modem section. The modem section controls the modem control unit allows the interface a modem to 8251 and establish a data communication through modem over telephone line. This unit take care of handshaking signals of modem interface. So we can easily connect our telephone lines to this. Clear? And we can easily transfer the data. Clear? So there are 4 number of signals in modem control: DSR bar, DTR bar, DTS bar and RT. So from this video we can easily understand the basic block diagram of or basic internal architecture of 8251 USART, and we can easily see that there are 5 numbers of sections. One is known as data bus buffer, another known is read write control logic, next one is transmitter unit, next one is receiver unit, and lastly the unit is the modem control unit. Clear? Thank you.